Changes in behaviour at dusk, also known as sundowning. So what is sundowning? This is a term used for changes in behaviour that occur in the evening, generally around dusk. Some people diagnosed with dementia experience a growing sense of agitation and anxiety at this time. It may include a compelling sense that they're in the wrong place. They may need to go home, they may say, when they're already in their own home. They may be looking for a previous home that they maybe lived in many, many years ago. Or they may feel that they need to pick up the children, even though this is not the case because the children are adult children. They may feel like they need to go to work when they're retired. So a lot of confusion and agitation around this time. They may shout, argue, pace, or become confused as to who people are and or what's going on. It can be a very difficult time for families and the person living with dementia. So why does sundowning happen? Well, we think it's because as the day goes on, the person may become more and more tired. So this can lead to the worsening of symptoms. People become more agitated, irritable, weary. They may be hungry, they may be ready for their evening meal, or thirsty, or they may have a physical pain, and that can all play a part into sundowning. As darkness falls, street lights come on and people settle in for the evening. And some people with dementia become concerned that they're in the wrong place. Like we mentioned before, they may be concerned that they need to leave to get to the home when they're already in the home and they're already safe, but they may not recognise that. So what can we do to manage sundowning as it happens? One thing that you could do is use distraction as a technique. So to distract the person, it may be an idea to go into a different room. So you're taking your mind off the room you were in. It may be useful to make a drink. So you're hydrating that person and give them the favourite drink. It may be an idea to have a snack, have some snacks ready for this difficult time, some favourite treat snacks. Or turn your loved one's favourite music on. So especially music that's going to be relaxing, nothing that's going to cause any bad memories or traumas. So music that you know is your loved one's favourite music and is generally soothing. It may be that this is a good time to go out for a walk and get some exercise. Ask the person, what's the matter? What are the concerns? Why are they agitated? What is it? And listen to the response. And if possible, see if you can deal with the source of their distress. So recognise the emotion behind the distress. So obviously, if somebody's not recognising their own home, if that was happening to us, we'd be very anxious, wouldn't we? So it's about recognising that anxiety. Talk in a slow, soothing way. Hold the person's hand or sit close to them and stroke their arm. A little bit of hand massage might be very relaxing for your loved one. So just use some favourite hand creams and massage. So what are some practical tips on preventing sundowning? Well, it's important to follow a routine during the day and hopefully one that contains activities that the person enjoys. And it has been difficult during lockdown, especially if you've been shielding your loved one or shielding yourself, to get activities undertaken that you both enjoy with a lot of social groups that have closed temporarily. But hopefully you can get out, get some fresh air, somewhere quiet and safe. That may be going for a nice walk or visiting some shops if able. And it's all good exercise. It's important to limit the person's intake of caffeinated drinks. This includes stopping alcohol, tea and coffee, which is full of caffeine. Coca-Cola is another one. So nowadays, we're very fortunate that there's an awful lot of brands that do decaffeinated teas, coffees, and also you can get alcohol-free wines and beers that you can give your loved one. Try to limit naps because if you allow naps in the afternoon, the person won't be as tired at night, especially in winter time. Try to close the curtains and turn the electric lights on before dusk occurs. That way it's not quite as obvious that it's coming up to night time, and it eases that transition for people that feel agitated at this time of day. Another tip may be to cover mirrors or glass doors, because reflections can be confusing for somebody living with dementia, especially if the person with dementia doesn't recognise themselves at the age that they actually are. It can be quite shocking. As our short-term memory starts to decline, the person with dementia may be living more and more in the past and imagining themselves as a younger person. So obviously it can be quite distressing to see your reflection in a mirror. As a carer, speak in short sentences and give simple instructions to limit confusion. So sometimes we say, ask closed questions. So rather than saying, what do you want to drink, which requires somebody to think about that and give a detailed answer, it might be asking a question such as, would you like tea or would you like coffee? Because then it's a simple yes or no. Avoid large meals in the evening, as this can also disrupt sleep patterns. So if you know that this is a difficult time of day for your loved one, it's important to introduce an enjoyable evening routine. So you may want to get favourite films on standby, favourite music, cassettes, tapes, CDs, iPods. Ensure that maybe the pets are around at that time of day if they're relaxing. If you've got television on, ensure that it's calming. And try to prevent any sudden loud noises or shocks or shouting. Well, thank you very much for listening. And here again is my number if anybody wants to phone me about anything for any support or signposting. And you've also got the Admiral Nurse Helpline, Monday to Friday 9 till 9, Saturday and Sunday 9 till 5. This is a free phone number and it's up on your screen. And for any ex-veterans, there's the Royal British Legion Admiral Nursing Service that you can self-refer to. And again, the number's up on screen.